We are back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another edition of Moron vs. Fanboy, back after a long hiatus. I am your host, Lon Lopez from MoronLife.com.
And I am Derek McCaw from FanboyPlanet.com. We are two self-styled pop culture experts looking for unholy methods of extending our lifespans.
Unholy? I'm looking for any holy methods. Methods, that is, I guess.
Right.
So, holy or unholy. So,
yeah, I thought about it a split second too late that you'd twist it to your dark purposes.
that would be unholy then.
Yes,
anyways, welcome back, Derek. It's been a while.
Thanks.
We have been on a mid-season hiatus.
Oh, that's right. Did you miss us after that cliffhanger? There was a lot of Twitter going on about
people were going nuts.
What's happening after that cliffhanger? Well, the truth of the matter is,
we banked 13 episodes.
And we came out of that fire okay.
Right, and we got picked up for another 13. So I'm pretty happy. Who's
sponsoring us?
The people.
Oh.
We are the people show.
The people.
Yes.
That's exciting. We look forward to meeting the people.
But welcome back. Oh, by the way, happy Cinco de Mayo.
Thank you.
It is my people's holiday, so I just wanted to make sure you were celebrating and having a good one.
My people's holiday was Saturday. It was free comic book day.
Oh, okay. Well, that's my people, too. But
yeah. You claim the people.
I do. Well, we are the people show. But, Derek, in celebration of Cinco de Mayo, I had a little joke for you.
Okay.
What's a Mexican's favorite kind of cheese?
Nacho?
No, it's Chi-Chi's. But anyways, happy Cinco de Mayo to all my friends and family. And
you guys allowed that.
What? I don't.
You knew it was coming and I didn't. Oh.
Rudy, stay on Derek for a second because we got to announce the winner.
Oh, yes. We've got a winner from the first of the Moron vs. Fanboy contests.
Contest giveaways. And for those of you who don't remember, we had a special Jack Daniels prize package, which was an authentic Jack Daniels cup with a Jack Daniels T-shirt. I
don't think you can get those in stores.
No, you can't. These are special giveaways. But yeah, we asked for the first one to tweet in to our tweet channels, Twitter, our Twitters. Thank you. Would get this, and so we want to congratulate.
Show me the way.
We want to congratulate a Mr. Brian Schmaltz from Cleveland, Ohio. He has
Cleveland!
won this. Hello, Cleveland, you rock. So, Brian, we'll get that in the mail out to you ASAP. So, thanks for tweeting and thanks for watching Moron vs. Fanboy. Tonight we got a lot to talk about.
We do. It's been a while.
It has been a while. Spider-Man 2 came out this weekend.
Yes, it was good.
You know, I hear a lot of people are bagging on it. I loved it.
It was webtastic. I mean, I understand why people were bagging on it. I just disagree with them. And I'm okay with that. I can say, I get why people didn't like it, but I loved it.
It was my favorite Spider-Man movie yet.
I agree with that.
Speaking of favorite...
It's the Apocalypse, by the way. You and I are agreeing on a superhero movie. And two, because we like Captain America.
Yeah, and that came out while we were gone, too, right?
Yeah.
Captain America 2, we've been waiting for it. We talked about it. Awesome. One of Marvel's best, I think. Came out in a while. Also, too, the Star Wars cast was announced, and we could do a whole episode on that, but
we shan't.
Yeah, we won't. And you know what, though? I think you guys covered it on your
podcast. We did it on the episode 350, and we talked and last week on FanboyPlanet.com. You can find plenty of speculation, and we'll continue to find speculation
as the days go by, we'll find out more and more information, and we can report on that when it kind of comes through.
Absolutely.
Right now, it's all just here's the people that are going to be in our little play. So
our little play
that's basically going
to reshape Disneyland.
It's going to reshape Star Wars land.
Same
thing. So, but I just want to say also to farewell. Since Star Wars got rid of their extended universe, farewell to Dash Rendar. We will miss you. Anyways, also too, Derek.
I get that joke.
Yeah. Also too, you had the opportunity to go down south.
I was at WonderCon over Easter weekend in Anaheim.
For the people at home, tell them what WonderCon is.
Well, WonderCon is I keep reading it as the little sister of Comic-Con. It is
technically affiliated with
one of the few, because a lot of conventions around the country are comic cons, but they're not Comic-Con.
The Comic-Con, yeah.
Right. Comic-Con International is an organization that runs 3 conventions a year: Comic-Con in San Diego, WonderCon in Anaheim, and the Alternative Press Expo, a.k.a. APE, in San Francisco. And WonderCon used to be in San Francisco. It started actually in Oakland, and then moved over to San Francisco, and then because there was construction going on at the Moscone, they moved it down south, and it's been there ever since.
And we hear rumors that it's possibly going to come back to San Francisco, but
I've heard rumors actually more likely they're going to start a 4th convention and go up in San Francisco.
Okay. Well, that takes us, actually, we're going to talk more about that in our cover story. So, boys, take us to the big blue exploding galaxy. Just like a new convention would explode from the heavens, like our cover story title.
Like a star going nova.
Or like a black hole. Black hole. No, I don't know. You told me about that earlier. I don't know what that means.
No.
Anyways.
Different. What?
So, the Bay Area is sans comic convention. Big.
That is not true.
It's not.
We have a convention.
We are lucky enough to have somebody with the wherewithal, the smarts, the genius, to say San Jose is a big market, a huge market, 1 million people.
Yeah.
Plus, with no WonderCon in the Bay Area, you've got all the people from San Francisco that would come down, Oakland, East Bay, So San Jose is a good hub for this. And this coming May 17th and 18th, I believe, are the dates.
Saturday and Sunday.
San Jose is getting, you want to tell the people?
It's called the Big Wow Comics Expo. And I guess you got to call it an exposition because it's not quite as big.
No, they're calling it Comic Fest.
Comic Fest. Oh,
yes.
I'm sorry. Because it used to be SuperCon.
Right.
And you and I were there, I'd say, close to the beginning.
Yeah. Back when it was at the old convention center.
Founded by a gentleman named Steve Wyatt, who is a comic book store owner in, I think, Bakersfield. Okay. But he would come up there, and they changed the name to Big Wow Comics Fest, and they moved into a larger space in the San Jose Convention Center, and it has been growing bigger and bigger every year. And this year, I don't know if they had done this last year or not. They allied themselves with famous monsters of Filmland.
I think this is the first year with that. Yeah.
So this is getting to be bigger. I mean, there's been a strong horror contingency at this fest anyway. And so to bring in famous monsters was a really good move.
Right, and I think speaking with Steve personally, he also said that this is, like last year he only had one big room. He said this year they're actually expanding into another big room.
Oh, you're kidding me.
So they're going to be a lot bigger this year, and so that's why they want everybody to come out and support it. And I think if you're a comic book fan in the Bay Area and you like, there's going to be plenty of cosplay. There's going to be...
That was a big facet of it, and that's been from when it was SuperCon too, because I think you and I took a lot of pictures.
Yeah, and he's and I think that's the weird thing about conventions now. The cosplayers are now becoming celebrities almost, or like
huge
celebrities.
Well, I encountered that one Yaya Han at WonderCon.
You did?
Yes,
she's lovely.
You see pictures at Fanboy Planet,
and there's
Storm as
but
a
she's like queen. She's famous.
She's a big deal, yeah. But they are a celebrity.
We're gonna have there's local cosplayer who's internationally famous now. Vampy Bit Me is gonna be there. Linda Lee.
I believe my friends, the Dynamic Cosplay Couple, who are becoming very big in the cosplay scene.
Is that the guy that does the Captain Kirk, the Filipino guy?
No.
Okay.
He does.
There's another couple coming. Like, I don't know if Dave, if you can pull up the cosplay.
Well, it's becoming a big couples activity, which I think is great. The thing is.
No, what I'm saying is they're bringing them in as guests.
Oh, okay. No,
Ivy Doom Kitty is a famous one. She's going to be there.
Yeah.
So
which even 5-6 years ago, if you had told me that was going to be a case, that there'd be celebrities who were cosplayers, it would have been to me like, that's cute, but it's not going to happen.
Right.
But here it is. It's amazing.
It's kind of become that I don't want to say counterculture.
No, it's not counter. It's a subculture. I mean, but it's fun. I mean, it's people just dressing up, and there's the professionals. But you know what I love seeing most are like the kids just. I love this character, so I'm dressing up like this,
and that's what's all
still
about.
When it gets down to, and just seeing the creativity, it's awesome.
Now, here's the difference with the Big Wow Fest. The Big Wow Fest is a little more in tune with going back to the roots of these comic conventions.
That is true.
You go to WonderCon, you go to Comic-Con. It's all about the movie panels you can go into. Unfortunately, Big Wow doesn't have a lot of those. They have some celebrity guests that are coming.
Well, aren't you one?
Technically, we are in the famous Monsters of Filmland Film Festival.
Yeah.
We will be screening.
I just didn't want to let that go.
I appreciate that.
Because that really is a big deal. Because we talked about having a signing.
Well, yeah, we're both going to be there, and
Yes.
our company that produces this show, Thanks But No Thanks Productions, is actually going to have a booth at Big Wow, and I believe you're going to make a guest appearance, correct?
I will make a guest appearance.
So if you are in the San Jose Bay Area, May 17th and 18th, and you want to come see the stars of Moron versus Fanboy,
as well as the creator of AFAM.
That's true.
Chapter
AFAM,
1.
we're going to have a big AFAM presence there. I'm sorry to cut you off.
No, I just want to say, and Crackpot Comics, and so we've done a lot of comic book. We have, I wouldn't say collaborated. You've created and allowed me to act in a couple of different things that have been kind of comic book related or action film
But
related.
I consider it a collaboration.
But I'll come by. I'll be by, and William Catt, I guess this is actually
he is
true.
your friend.
My friend Bill Catt is going to be there. He and I say we were in a movie together. I had 3 seconds. He had a considerably larger presence in the superhero movie Sparks last year. So
those who know him better as the greatest American hero.
But so you have a copy of the graphic novel Sparks. You want to bring by the booth? I'll sign that. I was the editor on that graphic novel.
You've done a couple comics,
and I was writer of the Greatest American, co-writer with Bill and Chris Foligno on Greatest American Hero, the graphic novel, and honestly, the one I'm proudest of because it was all me was Bela Lugosi's Tales from the Grave #1. I have a story in there which was very critically acclaimed. I have another story coming out in a couple of issues, I think.
But if you bring a copy of Tony Loco to the booth,
I'll be damned impressed.
You're a real Derek
I will
McCaw
sign
fan.
Tony Loco's #1 and 2, and for $1, I'll tell you how the series would have ended.
And those of you that are kind of interested in going to Big Wow and you will stop by the booth, we will have prizes, giveaways. We're going to have some swag to hand out. It's going to be fun.
And also, you're co-hosting that booth with Beyond Forever Studios, correct?
Jason Salazar, a good friend, if you watch the show.
Being on a guest on the show, yeah.
He contributes to the MoronLife site. There's going to be a lot of...
And the Fanboy Planet site.
And the Fanboy, yeah. So there's going to be a lot of cool stuff.
Him.
So you got to get down to Big Wow, but let's not sell Big Wow short. Let's finish up and really sell the coolness of it.
There's
if you're
great comics creators coming.
If you're a Walking Dead fan,
Charlie Adler's going to be there.
Charlie Adler, the artist of The Walking Dead. He was the second artist, correct?
He's the second one. Yeah, he's the one that's been on it for the current artist. The one who really, when it exploded, I mean, the first few issues were very good. Tony Moore, I think was his name.
I think,
but Charlie Adler came in, and the book would have taken off regardless. And I don't mean to sell short the guy who originally drew it, but Charlie's been the one who's been through it, you know, and carried it through the most. Neil Adams, I mean, a giant in the industry, is coming.
The one that I am the most excited, the one artist that probably shaped my love of comic art, probably in my early stages of life, and my favorite up to date. Making his first West Coast appearance, Mike Zeck. Now, some
this
of you
is his first West Coast appearance
at a con. So,
wow.
And also, too, for those of you who are Mike Zeck fans, those of you who are going, who the hell is Mike Zeck? Did you ever hear of a little comic called Secret Wars during the 80s? Maybe you had a Punisher poster
long run on Punisher
on your walls when you were a kid. He did the Punisher miniseries. He did a lot of G.I. Joe covers. He
was kind of the artist that really
80s.
pushed the Punisher. He pushed the Punisher.
He defined what the Punisher was all about.
And a long Captain America run, too.
Oh, yeah. He was my Captain America. When I
you
first
watching Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and wondering why people give a dang about Deathlock, probably the best Deathlock run was actually in Captain America, and Mike Zeck drew that.
Right.
So he
that was a good little 3-issue.
He defined Deathlock.
Right. So that Mike Zeck is going to be at Big Wow, one of the greatest comic artists of our time. Is going to be
I would like to take photographs of you two together because I want to catch you weeping on
film.
film.
Yeah, I will be crying.
I know. So.
Also, on a quick related note too, Mike Zeck is, I believe at the time, the Cartoon Art Museum in San Francisco has a Mike Zeck installation right now.
That's beautiful.
So if you're in San Francisco and you're at the Cartoon Art Museum, you can go see some of Mike Zeck's work in the... I plan to get up there eventually and check it out.
Have you ever been up there?
I have not.
No, it's a really cool space.
I'll have to check it out.
I've gone and seen a couple of installations there. It's small, but it's very cool.
And Big Wow last year had like Jim Lee, had Stan Lee too, right? I think on the Sunday.
Last year. Frank Cho will be there as well. Frank Cho has been
Greg
a big Marvel artist. Oh yeah, Ruck is
Humberto
coming.
Ramos.
Yes, and then that I wish I could remember that young boy's name. There's a 9-year-old phenom artist.
Really?
He was 8 last year and was like he was kind of just he was able to duplicate Humberto Ramos's covers. He's amazing.
Wow.
And then Nate and I ran into him at WonderCon. A year older, he's gotten better, and it was like scary a year ago. So you're gonna want to check out this kid now, because if he can start drawing original stuff, and I'm not sure if he does or not, because most people go draw Spider-Man.
Right.
You're gonna see. I wish my son was here, because my son remembered just like, we're gonna see him again this year, right, Dad?
Right.
When he starts drawing original and tongues, he's gonna be. Like Jim Shooter, who was 12 writing Legion of Superheroes. This kid's, I think, is going to turn pro by 12. So
yep, that's awesome. The other cool things too is with the famous Monsters of Filmland connection for Big Wow, they are also bringing a lot of the older like Japanese monster kaiju kind of stuff.
Ultraman's going to be there.
You
want to take a picture of me crying?
Yeah.
That's what's going to be.
One of the guys, I don't know if it was the original Godzilla, but somebody who played Godzilla from one of the eras.
One of the original men in suit.
One of the men in suit's going to be there, and also they're having a package where you can buy movie tickets to go see Godzilla with the guy who played Godzilla. You can go as a group and go watch it together or whatever, and with the Ultraman guy, I think, too. So,
what?
Kind of interesting. So,
yeah.
But Big Wow, we are stoked for it. We're excited for it. We are going. Make sure if you come, stop by the TBNT Thanks But No Thanks Productions booth. We're going to have con exclusives. We're going to have giveaways. It's going to be great. You can also find out more information.
Will all the crew of Moron versus Fanboy be there?
I don't know. We'll see. We might have to drag their arms. But you can find out more information. I don't have a graphic for it, but go to thanksbutnothanksproductions.com for more information on our appearances, or like us on our thanksbutnothanks.com. I'm sorry, Thanks But No Thanks Facebook page.
Yeah.
Productions. Add the productions. Anyways, we got to move on. It's time for our versus segment. So please, gentlemen, kick me in the face with that kung fu. Well, I had the article, and then I just threw it away. But basically, oh wait, it's popping up again. Here we go.
It's never stopped us before. We can talk about things without
in the news today. It was an article came out that was kind of interesting to me, because we've read so many stories about it in fiction and in other comic geeky stories. I mean, we talked about watching Spider-Man and, radioactive blood making
I'm disturbed.
Right.
I'm disturbed by this tale.
So the news report on NBC News, and I believe this is quoted by Maggie Fox, young blood restores old mice. What does this mean? It means that blood from young mice boosted the memory and muscles of old mice. Scientists reported an experiment giving new meaning to the phrase young blood. These tests were done by teams at Stanford and Harvard, so we know it's not like
bicoastal.
But we know it's not like some crazy Oscorp or something.
They've duplicated the findings,
right?
Which I think this is a slippery slope.
It is, yes.
What I feel is that if it turns out that the blood of younger members of the species will rejuvenate older members of the species, we're going to turn into a race of vampires.
Or
because that Dick Cheney will sacrifice young men.
He will.
And start sucking.
He's still alive?
Yes, he is.
How? Maybe he did the tests. Maybe
it's
he
paid for by the
tests.
government. No, I mean that it's just in general. I'm like, have we learned nothing from the decades worth of horror films we have consumed?
Wasn't that like the plot line of the Wolverine? Didn't he want the young Logan's blood?
The immortality, but it's also I was going to say it was like parallel to I Am Legend, and
there was even
there's a British horror film called Life Force where they start. Where these space vampires come and start sucking energy out, and then so everybody's chasing each other down.
There was a South Park episode where Chris Reeve was eating stem cells.
Yes, I forgot about that.
It healed him.
You guys were saying
no, and then there was a
and there's Dracula. See, that's what's
Family
gonna be.
Guy. Yeah,
we're all going to turn into old Gary Oldman.
So how?
That's what I'm going to look like.
Grandpa Monster.
I'm totally going to look like that.
So, Derek, how do you feel about what this says for?
I'm telling you what I feel is that we're gonna start like feeding off children, and I don't.
And you're against it?
I think so.
I don't know, man.
Are you going to tell me?
I'm kind of thinking that, if we can figure out a way to do, because not all children
This just
need all
in,
their blood.
Lon Lopez into eating babies.
What?
Yes, it's just going to be right there.
The study didn't say you have to have all the blood, right? I mean,
we don't know.
I mean, what if you just have
Because somebody's going to be greedy. It's like somebody's like 80 goes, I feel 60. What'll happen at 40? And then I'm 20 again. And then someone comes down on him. You're 20? It's just going to be awful.
Wow.
People piling on each other, sucking
But
on
the
blood.
funny thing is, though, this is kind of a, I don't know if this exact process, but, like Lance Armstrong with cycling and stuff. That's how he kind of doped himself, right?
He fed off the blood of small French children.
Well, he would take out his...
He'd go off on the bike path and go, here.
Maybe that's how he won all those races.
No, please, no.
But no, he would take out the
Here's
oxygenated
your flower.
blood,
Yes.
and then he would put it back in later, and,
Right,
and
blood
whatever.
doping. Yeah, blood
so
doping.
maybe there's something to learn here about extending our lives.
Maybe we deserve the apocalypse.
No, I say it's all about the blood, baby. You know.
What? I know that was the plot
True
of Blade
blood.
Trinity.
Oh, was it? Oh. Have we not learned from our sci-fi fiction? So
I have, and that's what I'm saying. I just don't trust it. At the very least, vampire mice.
Will we push for human trials?
I'm not pushing. I'm saying no. I'll be leading the protesters until they go, well, now you're 60, Mr. McCaw. Really? That's not so bad.
Day over. Yeah.
That's not so bad. Wait a minute. I saw some gray hairs. I'm going to...
Now, what if this sparks more of like a, think of
this actually explains a lot because, in Disney... Mickey looks damn good, and you haven't seen his nephews Morty and Ferdy in decades.
Oh, my God, you're right.
Yeah.
What about Huey, Dewey, and Louie?
Nope, they're gone.
Oh,
no, I've seen it. No, they're gone. No.
But think of the trade that this could create. Like, kids could actually get jobs now,
Instead of being the worthless deadbeats they are now.
What? Right, but that way they don't have to work. They can just donate blood to keep the old people going.
And then what happens? They have to get a job when they turn old.
Well,
and what happens to the young mice? Do they age out when you actually take their young blood?
No, they're young. They can recuperate. Just give them some orange juice and a cookie. They'll be fine.
Have a sugar cookie.
I'm interested. I'm interested to see what science can do with this. I think it's not a terrible thing. I mean, as long as we're not killing or hurting anyone.
I think someone's watching us late night on your public access show, and they're like, are they talking about mouse blood?
Mouse blood.
So we just woke up and went, mouse blood?
What I want to know is if this is a real thing, how come Hollywood didn't come up with this for a storyline? Well,
okay,
wait, they did.
What I want to know is, why are we talking about it then when we should be collaborating on the film?
Mouse blood.
Part 2.
Or wolf cop.
Rambo.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think
mouse blood.
Any way that we can stimulate human advancement.
You drew mouse blood.
Wait, what is it? Is it only mouse blood that does it? Well, or is it human? Because, I can't inject young mouse blood into me.
No, I'm saying that we're going to find out it's got to be of the same species. So they'll probably go, they'll try it with cats.
What if it was just mice, though? Then you'd be cool with it, right?
Yeah, that's okay.
Because then you kill as many mice as you want.
The worst is going to happen to them is they're going to get stuck in a habit trail, just running around.
No, you would just pick up a mouse, stick one like a Capri Sun straw in it, and go, and be like, I feel 10 years younger.
No. And then I'd stick the straw through too far. And then I'd just go. I always had that problem.
Or you would sit there just stabbing it over. And
I'm feeling a little run down. Mouse.
Yeah. Thank you.
Don't mind if I do. Then we turn into V.
Even better. I love it.
Okay.
I think that's great. All right. Well, I think we've talked. I think we've drained that topic of all its blood. Segue.
Nacho?
Chi-Chi's.
Okay.
So
I think we just lost Rudy.
Let's move on to our next segment of the night, and let's find out who is our Geek of the Week. Ay. Slap the bass. Oh yeah.
Alright, so our Geek of the Week.
And
Is it still going on?
it's still there. We go.
Oh, there we go.
All right.
Jiminy Christmas.
Oh, that's fine. We have time to kill. So.
You were rushing me.
Oh, Russians. Anyways, our Our Geek of the Week this week kind of ties into like our last couple shows we did. It was announced last week, couple weeks ago.
A couple weeks ago. It's been a while.
A few weeks, David Letterman announced he was stepping down from late night TV. And a lot of people were shocked. Oh, what's going to happen to late night TV? We even did a show of it where we said Stephen Colbert was going to replace him.
Well, Dave McGuire replaced me, and he's nowhere to be seen because he's full of mouse blood, and he was delicious.
No, he's free of his mouse blood.
Well, no mouse blood in it.
But anyway, so coincidentally, or actually non-coincidentally, it was announced a couple weeks after that our Geek of the Week, Craig Ferguson, is going to be stepping down from the Late Late Show on CBS come the end of this year. December.
Because it had been rumored that he had like a $5 million payout clause, or that if they did not choose him to succeed Dave in his...
Oh, he didn't. He said he didn't want the Tonight Show.
No, but there was still rumor that was in... It was a rumor that it was in his contract. He was going to get a payout. But I think he sees, it's about to shift. And
if you've watched the show... You've almost seen that he's been over it for a while. I think he wants to pursue other things and wants. I think
he's hosting a game show, but I don't know what game show. Okay. He's just taking a gig doing that.
Okay, but so. I mean, I think he's kind of over the late night thing, and I think he felt like he ran its course. But the reason why we like him as the Geek of the Week is because Craig Ferguson. Well, yeah, not only is he a huge Doctor Who fan, he did what you said and Ask Aquaman,
which I think you were the first person to tell me. You sent me the videos. Like, did you see this? He's doing Ask Aquaman.
He does his Sean Connery impersonations, but also he's got this. What's the Jeff Pearson or whatever the robot skeleton sidekick, and those guys are hilarious. But I also think why it's so. Newsworthy that he's leaving is because Ferguson really kind of changed, or I should say challenged, the convention of what a late night show was. A lot of times, when somebody gets on the show, you're expecting, the band comes out, you banter with the band, you
I'm gonna take it back. Is that it had become so stale, and he went back to what it was in the early. It was anything could happen on a Ferguson show,
right?
And say as a geek thing, I would credit a lot of Doctor Who's popularity in the U.S. to his fandom of it, because when Matt Smith first got cast, Matt Smith's first American talk show was the Craig Ferguson.
Do you think that's because Ferguson was pushing to get him on?
Ferguson was a huge Doctor Who fan, and now, in fact, one of his best friends is the new Doctor.
Oh, there's the Aquaman. It's him with what's the guy?
Tim Gunn. Also a fantastic geek.
So
look at who our people are, Lon. Why are they so much thinner than us?
So Ferguson is our Geek of the Week. We congratulate you on a job well done.
Look forward to the next thing he does, because he's made films. I mean, he's got anything. He can do anything now, and
he does all the Scottish voices and all the cartoons.
Yeah, he's in How to Train Your Dragon.
But yeah, so we congratulate you on a job well done. Thank you for all the laughs, and we can't wait to see what else you get into. And hopefully this doesn't mean Jeff Peterson's out of a job, because that skeleton robot was hilarious.
Absolutely.
Here come the players. Anyways, so that's all the time we have this week on Moron vs. Fanboy. We want to thank our director, Rudy Loida, our segment producer, Dave McGuire. I am Lon Lopez from MoronLife.com.
And I'm Derek McCaw from FanboyPlanet.com. You can Twitter us, right? You can tweet us at FanboyPlanet.
And you can tweet us at MoronLife, and we will soon have another giveaway.
We're just having Rudy hopping right now.
He's the Rudy Hop. But anyways, thanks for watching. Tune in next time, and we will see you on the next Moron vs. Fanboy. Good night.
Nachos?
So anyways...